This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
36, 53, ready, 59, 0. Switch.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They will run with Grant. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Over.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Blue 58. Check back 21. You better bring it. You better bring it. Hey, 88. Hey, Echo. 21. Check back.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Breaks a tackle. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On second down now, it's Johnson. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stafford on 3rd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Watch out. Middle.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check the running back.
To throw again. Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tighten up, 21. Double right.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Check three. Wide. Get wide. 10. That's us. Monday.
Here's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Hey. Army.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
This is Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Hey, check right way. Wahoo! Hey, black.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Blue 58. Check back 21. Don't get nervous. Blue 58.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Blue 58.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Bravo. Mike 50. You must be, Mike 50. Shit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tomoda Peko racks up the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Check. Rerun. Kill.
Stay 50.
Kill. Turn up.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a third down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
32.
On first down, it's Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Stafford on second down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 50.
Hey, watch the lane. Hey, give me radar. Hey, two.
To the air again, Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
43's the mic.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Grant. The 20. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. It's caught here by Adams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
319.
That's track. Kill.
Hey, 626. Flipping it up.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 14.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Devon Kennard drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Mike 51. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. Heavy? Hey, give me some. Here we go.
Throwing again. Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, well, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Inside. Switch gears. Zoom. Motion. Back north. Smooth.
Rodgers now on first down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Rodgers, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Get ready. 258. I'm coming.
On first down, Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
88. Let him make 88. Check north. Check.
They go back to Grant. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Watch the out.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Boy, 43. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
319.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, Mike 7. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. In the slot on the right is Graham. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here we go. Hey, check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. Jones has it. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
A gain of 43 yards.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end
Let's go. Let's go.
with the score, Packers 14.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
50.
Hey, exit.
51. Come on.
Hey, easy, easy.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Blue Dan. Check 52.
Alert.
25.
Hey, 70.
Check 25.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
White.
51. Mike 51.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Complete, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Blue 60.
Let's go.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant. Mike's 50. I'm coming on.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Hey, let's go. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
319.
Hey, look now, Lynn. 6 guys. Check
315.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So that'll back them up 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Here we go, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Rodgers. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, orbit.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. In your face.
Here's Grant. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
319.
Check, 43. It's our field.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Foxtrot.
43's the Mike.
All right.
I'm trying to collect. Jim. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Catch made by Fulgham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. To the air again, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. On second and goal, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Like 7. Max 50. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, it's Williams, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be taken at the 10. "34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, Will.
Stafford now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start, because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.